Howdy howdy, welcome to another video. Welcome back to returning viewers and welcome if you're new. I hope you enjoy this week's reading vlog slash weekly vlog, I guess. So this week we are reading Highest Bidder by Lauren Landish and Willow Winters. I did start this last vlog, but I'm only 33 pages in, so this will be pretty much the entire focus of this week's YouTube video. Today is Sunday and this Friday I am flying to the UK and I'm staying there for 4 months for work. So I essentially want to finish this before I have to get on that flight. I will be reading a bunch of stuff on the plane, so that will be good. But until that day, this will be the focus. I also figured I might show some like packing and stuff that's going on. You'll be able to see it's all happening over here. You can see in the mirror. I'm currently studying my master's degree in intelligence and this is my second to last semester. So I've got 2 assignments and 1 more quiz left. Unfortunately, the quiz will be releasing the day that I have to go overseas. So I might be able to get it done that day. If not, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I might have to wait till I'm in the UK to do that one. But my intelligence class assignment is due this Sunday. I'm pretty close to having that one finished, so that is really good. And then I have a 3,000 word essay for criminology, advanced criminology theory, due on the 2nd of June, but I also want to have that uploaded and good to go this week. I just do not need a 3,000 word assignment hanging over my head when I am jet lagged. So today I am going to really be focusing on uni because I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday as I was quite busy. I will also be doing my weekly baking that I do for work every week. This will be the last one before I go away for a while. I think everyone at work is pretty devastated that they won't have my baking there waiting for them every Monday morning. Today I'm just baking like box mix brownies again, like it's classic and it's super easy and everyone always loves brownies. But yeah, this is pretty much what this vlog is going to be. I also need to edit last week's vlog, which I'm probably going to do right now before I launch into studying my criminology essay. So yeah, I'll check back in with you soon and we'll do some baking and hopefully some reading. But yeah, assignments definitely my first priority today. Hello, it is the evening. I have got my brownies out, cut them up, put them away. I submitted my assignment for my intelligence class. It took so much longer than I thought it was going to. I probably didn't end up finishing that until like past midday. I think it might have been close to like 2 o'clock, 2:30. And then I baked, took a little break while I was baking and did some reading while it was cooking. And then I started my criminology assignment. It's 3,000 words, but I've only managed to write 633 today, which I think is a pretty good start for doing it in only a couple of hours. I wrapped that up just before 5 p.m. And then I had to fold some laundry. So while I did that, I made dinner, folded laundry and watched the last episode of Clarkson's Farm while I was folding my laundry. And now I'm gonna wrap up for the night. I'm going to read some more of Highest Bidder. Still barely into it. I'm only 69 pages in. Our characters have met each other at the auction. He has like bought her for, what was it, like $1.6 million, something like that, which I think they said she'll get 800,000 out of. So I'm like, that's pretty good deal for her. And it's only like for a 1-month contract, which is crazy. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. Please excuse the sound of my dishwasher. It will be interesting to see how Dahlia and Lucian's chemistry builds. I must say this is much better written than All He'll Ever Be was, like at least for the beginning. This is a lot more engaging. It just runs a lot smoother. So I will say that about this so far. The premise is like pretty basic and, you know, can already sort of guess what's going to happen, but I'm really enjoying it. It's good as far as like a dark contemporary romance goes. I'm gonna pop on one of Young Hae-In's streams on YouTube and read some of this before I do crap like iron my uniform for work tomorrow and go to bed. Hello, happy Monday and welcome to today's reading update. So I got quite a bit done yesterday evening after I finished my uni work. So I actually made quite a dent in Highest Bidder. This is a really good book actually. I enjoy this far more than I enjoyed All He'll Ever Be, which is the first Willow Winters book that I read. So I polished off the first book in this anthology last night. I'm now 5 chapters into the second one, which is 235 pages in. Each book in here works out to be about 200 pages each, so this whole thing is just under 800. But it is just so easy to read. This 200 pages for a story is very short for me, so it sort of flies through. I am really enjoying it so far. I don't have any complaints. Even though this is like a BDSM contemporary romance, I don't find it that spicy. Like, it's pretty spicy, but I don't know. I'm more in it for the story, if that makes sense. On Prime Reading, I also downloaded a few books the other day on my Kindle. So last night I was lying in bed with the lights off and I decided to start one of them. So I started The Selection. I am about 15% of the way through and I actually really enjoy it so far. I wasn't sure if this would be something I was into, but I'm into it. I obviously get the premise of what that book is going to be and I can pretty much sort of work out what might happen. But I really like it. It's good reading like a young adult dystopian sort of romance, and one that's a little bit different to the typical like dystopian YA romances like The Hunger Games and Divergent and Red Queen and stuff like that. Though I guess I wouldn't really say Divergent, Red Queen, Hunger Games, etc. are dystopian romances per se, so much as they are just YA dystopian novels with romance. Whereas I get the feeling this is like more of a YA romance with dystopian elements. But maybe I'm splitting hairs, I don't know. Travel update, I finally got my flights booked and my accommodation for my first week in the UK booked. C'est magnifique. I'm very excited to be flying to London. Business class. Best ever. But it's been a massive distraction for me this afternoon because I've just been like on YouTube watching like long haul carry-on videos and like people's flight reviews of flight QF1 from Sydney to Heathrow. But no, it's good. What I really need to do now though is uni. Like really. Thankfully I have a half day from work tomorrow so that I can get some uni done tomorrow afternoon. But I do want to get at least, even if I get 50 words done tonight, as long as it's something. I think I might have a shower and then I might actually show you guys what I've bought on my Kindle so far. I plan on getting a few more books before I leave, but I'll just tell you what they are. So the first book I bought this one, this is Shadow in the Ember by JLA. It is like the prequel series to the From Blood and Ash series. So if you followed my From Blood and Ash journey, you will know I read up to the 4th book, and it kind of was very different in the 4th book. I'd already got some frustrations with the 3rd, but I did decide to read the 4th, and yeah, I wasn't crazy about it, so I'm not sure to continue to the 5th, but everyone said Shadow in the Ember, the prequel series, is much better, so I decided I would give that a go. I also got Magician by Raymond D. Feist. So this was recommended to me by my uncle. He really loves this book, and I've had some of my other friends tell me I should read it as well, and coincidentally it was on Prime Reading, so I decided to download it and give it a go. There are quite a few Prime Reading ones on here. I got Court of Ravens and Ruins by Eliza Reign. A lot of these I haven't heard of before, but I just decided to give a go. Mostly like fantasy romance. And then Court of Shadows by C.M. Crawford. Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This one I was not sure about buying because, I don't know, YA fantasy isn't always my favorite thing in the world, but hey, it was on Prime Reading, so I decided to give it a go, and maybe I will really like it. I know people really highly rate that series. And then this is Blood and Steel by Heron Schneider. I don't know. the new banners in the way I can't see. And then Sick Boys by Clarissa Wilde. I have heard of this one. A friend of mine really likes this series. I think this one is like dark contemporary romance. And then Serpent of the Wings in the Night by Clarissa Broadbent. I bought this one. I've had a few friends read this and like absolutely adore it, so I'm very excited for that one. And then Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. Heard only excellent things about this book, so I'm keen to finally read it. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Again, I've had a few friends read this now and they all loved it, so keen for that one. And then one of my friends recommended Captive Prince by C.S. Packet. It's like a historical fiction MLM romance. And then the final thing I got on Prime Reading was The Selection by Kiera Cass. And as I said, I'm 15% of the way through that one. And then yeah, I still want to get Jade City, Illborn, and Guild. I can't imagine that I'll get through all of these on my flight, but it'll be good to have a bit of a stash of things on my Kindle for when I get to the UK anyway. And then I also have, I've downloaded Manacled by Senlin Yu, so I might give that a read, but the non-fanfiction will be a priority first. Good evening and happy Tuesday. My apologies if you can hear the air fryer going in the background, but you know, girls gotta eat. I'm having salmon for dinner. Highest bidder update. I'm not as far through this as I would have liked to have been by now. I was so distracted yesterday afternoon just watching like flight reviews of the flight I have to take on Friday. I'm like, I'm a massive planner, but for all the wrong reasons. Like, I need to know exactly what to expect in every situation I go into. So that was a big problem for me yesterday. But I did read a little bit this morning before work, and I read a little bit today while I was making lunch. And then instead of studying like I was supposed to, I started packing, which is productive in its own way. And then around like 3 p.m. this afternoon, I really needed to buckle down, sat down to do some of my assignment. I'm only about 1,600 words in, which is very frustrating. Like, I'm gonna do a section on like intersectionality and then a conclusion, and that should bring me up to like just a bit over 2k words, I think, but I'm gonna have to pull almost 1,000 more words out of my behind. Why is this 3,000 words? I don't understand. It is taking a movie we've had to watch during the course, which I picked Boys in the Hood because I thought it was the most interesting, and then evaluating it through the lenses of 3 of the criminology theories we've studied this semester. Like, that doesn't need to be 3,000 words. That's just verbose for no reason. Like, we're always taught to be succinct, and then like assignments where you could speak about something for 5,000 words, they give you 1,500 words to do it. And then assignments where you can pretty much wrap everything up you want to say in 1,500 words, they make it double the word count it needs to be. So bizarre. I am only 344 pages in, which is still in book 2. Book 2 ends at I think 412 pages, so I guess I'm not too far from finishing book 2 and then moving on to book 3. So that's good, but running out of time to finish this now, but that's all right. My flight doesn't leave till midday on Friday, so we're good. Plenty of time. Hello, it is the afternoon. I did read a bit more of Highest Bidder this morning, and then I've been out all day. I went to the shops, I went to my friend's house. I got my nails done and a pedicure. I liked this at first, but now I think it's too yellow for me, but anyway, it's fine. Thought I'd show you everything I got, because why not? So I got these Nike slides to wear on the plane. I got my friend the One Piece Cluedo game for her birthday, and then they also said like I could get this. I didn't pay $25. I got it on sale, which is a Winnie the Pooh soup bowl with a lid. It's really huge. I thought it was cute. I think it was like $10. And then the UK specifically requested like shapes, chicken crimpies, and weird flavored Tim Tams if they had any. So I got the Tim Tam Deluxe Cafe Latte. I haven't tried that before, but you know, it's a weird one. Double Coat, which is a classic. Original, because it's a classic. And then Murray River Salted Caramel. They had a couple of different salted caramel ones, but I thought the Murray River one is like extra Australian. Chicken crimpies, pizza shapes, barbecue shapes, and then the chicken and a biscuit. I probably haven't had these in 15 years, but I thought the guy who said he likes chicken crimpies, if he likes chicken crimpies, then he would probably like in a biscuit. And I went a little bit wild with the shopping, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take all of this stuff with me, but you know. I got a few more Nike activewear because I don't really have any activewear shirts. I usually just wear like my work shirts, but I don't like the, I don't know, I don't know. I bought some more stuff. So I got just like this Nike white top, this Nike green top, this like Nike jacket I thought was quite nice, just in case it is cold at all in the gym or anything like that. I got these Australia to UK travel adapters, just these Nike quarter length leggings. I love my other Nike leggings, but they've I've lost weight and so they're a little bit big. These were buy one get one free, otherwise I would not have got two of them. This is a Banilico a cleansing balm, like makeup remover. This specific one, the nourishing one, was the only one that was buy one get one free. I was going to get the one with Sika in it, but she alerted me that these were BOGO, and I was like, okay, why not? It's just a cleansing balm, doesn't make all that much difference, does it? I got this little Honey I Wash the Kids from Lush. I love these R&W mushroom sheet masks. I wanted to get a box, but they didn't have them, so I just got these two ones. The Korean store also gave me these little samples. I love samples so much. I got two of these Sika Care spot patches. The First Aid Beauty face cleanser. I have been wanting this for ever since it came out, and today I just decided, you know what, I'll do it. Like, I don't think I'm going to take it with me, but I can enjoy it when I come back. It's the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. I have more eyeshadow than I could possibly use, and by that I mean I have like 3 eyeshadow palettes. But I've really wanted this one for a long time, and it's so beautiful. Look at that, dude. I have really cool toned skin, so these colors would all work for me. And the main problem I run into with eyeshadow palettes is that there's so many warm tones and it just doesn't work for me. Compression socks for the flight. I did want smalls, but they only had medium or large. I figured medium will be good enough. Compression socks with the slides is going to be so sexy in business class. Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's my favorite foundation of all time. Got the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder in Pound Cake. I was going to get a pressed powder, but Sephora didn't really have the greatest options for pressed powder. Deodorant stick. Antibacterial wipes, so I can wipe down the tray and the armrests and stuff on the plane. I know like it's gonna be clean, but I have paranoia. I hate getting sick. I hate getting sick. I refuse to do it. I got COVID for the first time ever earlier this year. It was fucking misery, and I do not want to do it again. So I got these simple micellar wipes to use on the plane to clean up a bit. I am probably going to shower at Changi Airport in the business lounge during our layover, but just in case. I don't like to be smelly. I don't want to be gross. And then a classic 1000 Hour brow dye. That was everything I got, which was way too much. I have so much I need to do. My friend's gonna come over soon, probably. Gonna hand over my car keys to him so that he can give them to my other friend when she gets back from a course she's on. And then she's going to start my car for me while I'm gone. I swear this whole going away thing doesn't feel real. It feels like it's something that's happening, but it's something that's happening to someone else. I submitted my criminology assignment. Finally. I'm a bit under the word count, but I just decided I'm gonna eat the penalty. I did send like a bit of an email to my marker and just told her basically like, you know, I'm leaving tomorrow, it's last minute. You know I should apply for special consideration given the circumstances, but I'm like literally do not have enough time to get the evidence from my employer that would be needed. I just want to let you know that like including my bibliography, I'm within the word count, but they didn't clarify whether the word count included or didn't include the bibliography. And I did ask on the forum, but like not with enough, by the time it occurred to me, like there was not going to be enough time between me asking that question to give them the chance to answer it before I had to submit. So I just basically explained to her in my email that like, look, if it does include the bibliography and the word count, I am within the lower limit, but if it doesn't, like, you know, I apologize and I've done the best I can, and you know, appreciate your feedback on my other assessments this semester, and I hope you have a good rest of the semester and a mid-semester break, all that sort of thing. So not trying to like gain back marks I'm going to lose, but just sort of explaining that I'm not just submitting it under the word count for no reason. Like fuck me, I've tried my hardest to get it as up on the word count as I could, but I just couldn't do any more. I think my quality of work's pretty high for submitting it almost 2 weeks early, so yeah, hopefully they'll be understanding. We'll see. I am struggling so hard with this book 3 in here. Also, I'm so dumb. I should have picked like Ruthless Royals to read instead, which is like a normal length book. I don't know what I was thinking, like, yeah, I can plan for an overseas holiday and finish 2 assignments and read an 800-page book within like less than a week. I quite legitimately do not know what I was thinking. I'm so optimistic. But this book 3 I'm really struggling with. No one proofread this book. Like the first 2 in here, like barely any errors, very well edited as far as like indie published works go. This 3rd one is riddled with errors, missing quotation marks, random quotation marks in places where people aren't speaking, like sentences that legitimately do not make sense. I'm like, no one beta read this for you? Like, I try to go easy on indie publishing, but like this book 3 owned has so many errors, I actually can't justify it. I legitimately cannot justify it. And so it's making it hard to get through because I'll like sit down and read a bit more, and then there's like a sentence where I sit there for 5 minutes trying to think, am I dumb or does this not make any sense? So he speaks here and then blah, 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 and then a quotation mark facing the incorrect way here when no one is speaking. It puts me off. I might buckle down and see if I can finish this book actually. At least this book 3. I don't want to DNF this. I do actually really want to finish it before I leave. I don't know whether to stay up late and get myself on more of a British time zone. My flight's not till 12 tomorrow, so I can stay up a bit. Oh god. The majority of this vlog has nothing to do with reading. It's just me blabbing about all the things I'm stressed about. I feel terrible. Okay. Let's do some of this for a while. I'm gonna miss my little bookshelf. I love it. I have to, it's full though. Like, I mean, I know it doesn't look full. I need to get like a nice big proper bookshelf when I get home. Especially with all the special edition pre-orders I have on the way. I'm excited. I'm gonna miss my books. Why am I gonna cry right now with my books? This is so stupid. yeah. I haven't had enough sleep lately. I've been so stressed out that I'm gonna cry over a fucking bookshelf. What is wrong with me? Get back in my eye, tear. Oh god. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock. I'm probably gonna leave for the airport like within the hour. Do I have baskets of laundry unfolded? Yeah. Is my apartment as clean as I would like it to be before I go? No. But it's fine. I tried the Huda Beauty shadows I just bought. They're really, really nice. Highest bidder. I have had to reluctantly DNF at 75%. I finished the third book, which was absolutely typo riddled. And I'm just gonna have to wait to read the fourth book when I return home. If I had to say anything about the highest bidder overall so far, and I can predict the fourth book will go sort of in the same vein, I'm not sure I like that every single main character has like some sort of trauma, and that's why they've got into BDSM. Like, I'm not in that community, you know, so I'm not like super invested in it or whatever, but I kind of don't like the implication that to be into that you need to have some sort of like childhood trauma, and that's the reason you have that kink or that fetish or whatever. I'm not sure it's like, I mean, I don't know the community, but I'm not sure it's like a good representation of the community. Maybe they will shake it up in the fourth book, but I've been thinking that since the second book. Oh, maybe they'll shake it up, maybe they'll shake it up, and have just like at least one of the characters just be normal with like a normal upbringing who just happens to be into this thing, you know. But no, everyone's like in the mafia, has a mother who was abused, has a dead mother, was fucking abducted, like, you know, it makes for more interesting reading for sure. But yeah, I'm not sure it's like the best call in the whole world, but the stories are really simple, short, easy to get into. The writing in the first two was good. The third one, I literally don't know how that went to publishing. That's pretty much it. I'm kind of hungry, but I had a nice latte. Might have another coffee when I get to the airport. I think I'm gonna take Stitchy. I was like, yeah, I'll just have like all my stuff in the white suitcase, and this other suitcase over here will be like empty. That is so funny. Literally hilarious that I thought this one would be empty. Woohoo! But I have like all the snacks and stuff I bought, and my laptop, and I just have so much stuff. Why do I have so much stuff? And like, I've barely packed anything. I went through here and I was like, I'll take out almost everything that's not like a work uniform. And I did. And then I put back in like my gym clothes, my jeans, one pair of shorts, and like one t-shirt, and my bag was still full. So I'm 30% of the way through the selection. It's cute, I like it. So that'll be my first thing I'm gonna finish. And then I'm not sure what the second book I'm gonna read is. I don't know whether I should launch into Illborn or what. I don't know, I'm just gonna read up based off vibes. Pure vibes. Okay, I'll see you later. I zipped up my suitcase and I didn't put my tripod in there. I have to do that. See you later. Showers at the business lounge in Singapore, and I'm gonna have a shower. I'm so excited. The first half of the flight was really good, with the exception of cutting laps over Singapore because there was foreign matter on the airstrip. Doing great. I'm very tired though. I can't wait to sleep on the next flight. Reading update slash life update. I'm finally in the UK. Thank goodness. It has been a very long trip. So our flight out of hometown was slightly delayed, but thankfully they like hooked it in the air. It was the fastest flight ever. And we made our international connection on time, like pretty much perfectly on time. And then our flight to Singapore was good. Business class is amazing. It's such a game changer. How the other half live, it's incredible. Connected to Singapore and had a shower in Singapore, and then we reboarded, and I wanted to try and stay up until at least like 7 p.m, 8 p.m. London time. I did not make it. Pretty much we got in the air, I changed into the Qantas pajamas, flattened my bed and went to sleep. But it was good because I was a bit up and down, and like turbulence would wake me up and stuff. It wasn't the greatest sleep of my life, but I did sleep for the majority of the flight, honestly. I think I woke up proper when we had under 6 hours. I know it was 5 hours and something remaining of the flight when I like proper woke up. I stayed up for a bit and then I had like a nap and a half as well. So I did get a lot of sleep, thankfully. But now it's about 2 p.m, I think. It's 1:30 p.m. on Saturday. Once we arrived in Heathrow, thankfully like clearing customs and everything was very quick, thank goodness. And then we had to get via train, and thank God I got so much sleep in business class, otherwise this would have been literally unbearable if I had been in economy, because I know from experience I cannot sleep in economy. It would have been unbearable. We had to get on the tube to come all the way to Lincoln. I'm staying in Lincoln, so that was like over 3 hour escapade. Like we got on the first train leaving from like Heathrow Underground, and then we had to transfer from like Farrington or Farringdon, whatever it was called, to King's Cross. And then when we got to King's Cross we had to wait a bit, but yeah, we had to. So we caught 1, 2, 3, 4 trains, and it took like 3.5, 4 hours to get here. My bags were so heavy, I was lugging them. It was delightful. It wasn't too bad though. I mean, thank God we were so well rested. But now it's 1:30 and I'm hungry. I really want to go to bed. I'm gonna try and stay up a bit. I think I'm gonna order some Wendy's just on Uber Eats. I did plan on like, you know, staying up till maybe like 5 o'clock and then going for a walk and sitting down and having dinner somewhere, but I really think at this point I can't make it. I'm just too jet lagged. I tried my best, but I at least need a nap or something. Thank goodness we got here on Saturday morning so early, so we have the whole weekend to recover, and there's a bank holiday, thank God. In terms of reading though, I did get a bit done. I finished The Selection, which was so good. I definitely need to read the next one. I thought like I would just read the first one and it would like kind of wrap up in a nice little bow and I wouldn't really have to read the next ones, but I was like kind of left on a cliffhanger. But it was so good. I actually give it like a 5 stars. And like I rate things based on sort of the genre that they're in, and that's definitely a young adult romance that I've enjoyed the most. So I gave that a 5 star. Then I started Illborn by Daniel T. Jackson. I only made it like 10% of the way through though, because it is like an epic fantasy and there were a lot of characters and a lot of world building happening really quickly, and it's very good, but I stopped because I just didn't have, I was too tired to give it the attention it deserves. So I look forward to picking it back up again when I'm well rested. It is so well written though, I have to say that. So I'm 10% of the way through that. And then when I realized like I'm not going to retain this enough to properly enjoy it and properly respect it, I put that down. I picked up The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen, and I finished that. Danielle L. Jensen is
such a good ride. It was really, really good. I'm like tossing it whether to give it like a 4.5 to a 5-star. Like, my thing with the stubborn, resistant character trope, female main character trope, is that it just drags for too long, and I had the same sort of criticism of that one. So I think maybe I give it like a 4.5 to a 4.75. I had a really great time in it. It was like such an easy read. I loved the concept. I thought it was super well done. I really, really enjoyed it. Now I'm 30% of the way through Court of Ravens and Ruin by Eliza Reign. I thought from the cover this would be adult fantasy, but I just had like the quickest look on Goodreads when I was adding it to my currently reading pile, and apparently it's YA. I'm like, you're gonna give me a YA romantasy with that sort of cover? This is fine so far. I'm not fully intrigued. It's a mix between like your modern high fantasy, like high fae veneer concept mixed with Norse mythology, which I really do enjoy. Norse inspired fiction, but I think it's still sort of finding its legs. It's okay. Let's see how it goes. I don't want to really pass judgment on this sort of thing until I'm at least 50% of the way through, but I'm enjoying it so far. And hey, it was on Prime Reading, so I didn't have to pay for it. I am gonna wrap this one up here. Sorry it was a bit different to my other videos, but nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to giving you more weekly reading vlogs while I'm based here at the UK. So next time we'll probably finish reading Court of Ravens and Ruin, and then I will assess how tired I am before I determine which books I'm going to read next, because I do really want to get stuck into Illborn, and then I really want to read A Magician by Raymond D. Feist, but we'll see what happens. So stay tuned. I hope to see you back here on my channel soon. So please consider subscribing. And if you are from the UK or you're a UK enthusiast, please let me know what you recommend I do while I'm here. I'm going to be here for quite a few months. I'm obviously working, but on the weekends I would just love to see as much as I can. So anything in the UK itself, or any countries that make an easy weekend getaway in Europe, let me know, because I would absolutely appreciate any and all suggestions. I was not prepared for this opportunity. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your time.